What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Faithless as we continue through the 2020 album All Blessed or All Blessed. Thank you again to Searchy for this journey. And the next tune features Suli Breaks, who we've heard a couple times previously, and L.S.K, maybe L.S.K, but yes, capital L.S.K. I'm not familiar with this artist either. In any case, the tune's called Remember. So it's a single word title. Of course, remember relates to memory, to recalling, perhaps visualizing, but also an implication that whatever is being recalled and remembered is not in the present, or at the very least is not in the present in the same configuration or context. So yes, there's an indication of the passing of time in the use of the word. Let's see what I can pick up on a first hearing. This is Faithless featuring Suli Breaks and L.S.K, and the track is called Remember.
Uptown dashing, splashing, cashing with your big bag of fashion. Show concern and some compassion for the beggar. Remember at flashy fashion, and that your actions will surely follow you. It's true and nobody's better. No, it's the strays and the sufferers and the dwellers of the gutters who'll be the kings and the queens when you blow all the tuppence. So remember. No one's got your back and things are gone, but you're at and you got nothing. They'll have more concern for their gadgets, but the war it is tragic. They'll pass you by with assumption of malice, don't you ever, 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 ever.
Devices that communicate with the clouds, and screens that give us glimpses into the universe. Sometimes it becomes hard to see what's right in front of us. Remember, some days we forget that we have our health. More than enough food on the shelf. There's enough reason to look in the mirror and let your reflection smile wider at you than anyone else. Remember. It's just as hope is one man's savior, to the next man is a stranger. One man's pavement could be another man's manger. Remember, with all the technology in our modern day community, sometimes we forget the position we're living in. Cause while some lived in squalor, we became residents of that privilege. With devices that communicate with the clouds, and screens that give us glimpses into the universe. Sometimes we forget to see what's right in front of us. Please remember. Please remember. Sometimes joy only shines on one side of the equator.
With each increasing or successive tune on this album, I feel like more and more inspired, and the lyrics on the album have been often like emotionally intuitive, philosophically profound, and also very accessible, meaning it's not like esoteric or it's not densely political. It's making observations about like the state of humanity and the state of humankind in the 21st century with technology, and not necessarily, any Luddite attitude, but I mean right here we have the idea that, sometimes when we're on these screens and we're, on our devices that connect to the clouds, which, has like a double meaning, clouds as in, signals going through the air, but then also like clouds, like storage for media, for data that is, in a way off from your phone. Now it does make me think of a shirt I saw a long time ago, and it was something like, there is no cloud, it's just somebody else's computer, which made me laugh. But again, the idea of, because of these devices, sometimes we're forgetting what's right in front of us and the humanity that's here, but also that there's good reason to occasionally look in the mirror and find a reason to smile at yourself and to recognize that it's okay to be positive about yourself, but also to recognize that one man's hope is a stranger to another person, which makes me think of that line, and I think it's like, is it Maya Angelou? I think she wrote a line about hope, but I'm forgetting who it is, but it's someone saying that, like, hope can be a beautiful thing and a motivator, but it can also be paralyzing at the same time. And so, again, hope and the pavement, like all these aspects of life physical, psychological, that can mean different things to different people. And the title word, remember, something I didn't think about in advance, but obviously is a common way we use that word. It doesn't necessarily mean something that was and is no longer. It can mean keeping something in mind that is still relevant, that is consistently relevant. So it's like, remember, aka don't forget that this is the case, because sometimes we might lose sight of that when we're running around in the rat race and struggling to make ends meet and to deal with the difficulties of the world, other people, ourselves, life itself. So yeah, it's like, I think there's a lot you can take away from this, and a lot that could be interpreted in different people's lives in different contexts with a different sort of flavor. But again, I find it very profound. I love the down-tempo trip-hop meets a bit of a reggae feel meets electronica on this track. And again, there's some electronic layers that almost have like a rave kind of like trance music like sound, but again there's a bit of a syncopated like trip-hop / reggae rhythm, and there was this overall atmosphere of the tune that had again this like down-tempo ambient kind of feel. So masterful tune once again. Loving this album. Once again, shout out to Searchy and to a few others who've been commenting on the Faithless reactions. Let me know what you think here, and I will see you next time. Peace.